Hey everyone, it's Kyle from Cool Collectibles back again for another review. This time it's the Transformers Masterpiece MPG-10 lift ticket and MPG-11 DK-2 guard. And don't ask me how the hell they came up with those names. I'm assuming they came from, I don't know, either the comics or some previous or other toy line in the Transformers series. But this is their first release in the Masterpiece range. And this is the first pair of figures I've got in this new MPG series. I can't even remember what the G stands for and why they even bothered changing the name from the original MP. But I guess we have to live with that now. And it looks like the first few figures are not so much new molds, but they're all repaints, with I think MPG-12 and 13 being repaints of the MP44 Optimus and the Skyfire figure. I can't remember the original number of that. But these ones are obviously the black Ironhide repaint that's long overdue. I think the original Ironhide and Ratchet figures came out, God, more than 5 years ago now. And the lift ticket here is pretty much a straight up repaint of Hoist, with a few minor tweaks here and there. But overall they are pretty much the same. And I'll just quickly go through the box. I think what I'll do with this video is just go through all the accessories and so on and the car mode, and then I'll transform and go through the bot mode comparison with the older figures in a separate video. But box wise, you get all the artwork on the back there with all the figures and so on. I'm really hoping those are not stickers. It looks like those are tamped on and the stickers are slightly different, maybe for this little side machine thing, but we'll see when we get everything out of the box. And then with lift ticket here, I think there is another sticker sheet as well, but I don't see any other stickers on him, so hopefully nothing too dramatic in terms of having to put the stickers on. I'm not going to bother. I really do think they cheapened out in that regard. I think the Art Fire release and the MP36 Plus Megatron toy version was probably the ultimate standard in terms of them doing tampographs on their figures. No stickers there, and the tamped on decals were absolutely fantastic. But looks like they've cheapened it out and gone with stickers for the last few repaints, which is disappointing. But I guess again we're probably gonna have to live with that going forward. But before I get the figures out and show you guys what's in the box, I guess I just noticed this T-Spark logo on the bottom here of both boxes. I've got no idea what that T-Spark means, so if you know, leave a comment below and let me know. But now I'll just get everything out and give you guys a closer look. Hold on. Right, so for lift ticket, I've taken everything out of the box, and you do get quite a few accessories if you got the previous MP56 Plus repaint, Rigorous. It's pretty much the same gear that you get there, with only probably one minor difference. You do get the usual instruction manual, and the instruction manual does tell you that these two chromed pieces here are the tractor beam guns, which are very nicely chromed as per Rigorous. These are the twin pulverizers, which are also nicely chromed. You get the little tractor beam accessory there, which was different on Rigorous. Rigorous had, I think, like a big circular piece. So this is much smaller and probably a bit more collector shelf friendly. It also comes with these, what they've called twin stabilizers, or the wing stabilizers. And they go on these little lights at the top here. So I think with Hoist, I don't even think they were removable from memory, but these ones you just clip on the ends here. I'm not sure which way it is, but you just squeeze them on the top there, and I think you can put them on in bot mode to have the wings at the back, but I'm not quite sure why you would put them on in car mode to hide these, I guess what should be lights at the top there. And then the sticker sheet, which I won't bother using, but it does look pretty nice. I think most of the stickers are for the inside of his arms, I think, in bot mode, and maybe his feet and so on. So I'm not going to bother putting those on, as all of my repaints I leave in car mode, and the paint application on this one is actually pretty damn good. The last accessory is the collector card here, which again looks pretty nice, but I always have a soft spot for the original styling. But that's pretty much it for the accessories, so I'll give you guys a closer look at the car itself. Alright, the car itself is pretty damn awesome. As I was saying before, it is pretty much a straight up repaint of the original Hoist release, although there is a slight difference in the back little trailer here. I think on Hoist it was more opened, and this one here is a slightly different design, but for all intents and purposes it achieves the same effect there, pulling that along the back. The best thing for me is probably the paint application. All of this red here, apart from maybe this centerpiece and the side windows here, or side parts here, are all painted red. It's a really nice deep red there. I love the painted Wrecker symbology along the sides there. The chroming at the front looks really nice as well. Just a bit on the underside, you can see some of the paint application. You'll come to the 4 in bot mode. So all in all, I think it looks fantastic. Now, I'll give you guys a quick comparison to the previous release, which was Rigorous. Now this, even though in bot mode it was pretty much a Hoist repaint, in car mode it looked more like Trailbreaker. So I guess for this time they've gone pretty much with a straight up Hoist repaint, and I think they've done a pretty much I would say a better job with this one here. The yellow is not so obviously painted, you know, and some of the color differences in the plastic here sort of stands out a bit more. But overall, I think just as having these variants from the Diaclone series in the collection, they do look pretty damn awesome on display. I love the blue plastic there, so they've gone consistently with that look there. So I would say if you're a fan of this particular mold, I would definitely pick it up. I am a little bit disappointed that it seems with now with Trailbreaker, Hoist, Rigorous and Lift Ticket, they've pretty much done 3 Hoist figures, but only 1 Trailbreaker figure. So even though, as I was saying, even though this one looks like Trailbreaker in car mode, it's Hoist in bot mode. So I'm not sure when or if they're going to release a Diaclone repaint that actually transforms into Trailbreaker in bot mode. Whether or not they're going to save that for, I think there's like a blue version of the car or something like that, because I think there were about 4 or at least 5 or 6 maybe even repaints for that mold. So maybe they're holding up for that, but for now you're just going to have to live with Hoist repaints. But that's pretty much it for Lift Ticket in car mode. So I might just put this one aside and give you guys a look at what's in the box out of MPG-11 DK-2. Alright, so here is everything out of the box for MPG-11 DK-2 Guard, and he does come with quite a few more accessories than Lift Ticket, but pretty much the same sort of accessories that we got in the original Ironhide and Ratchet releases. So again, you get the usual instruction manual. For some reason this time they don't translate what all the accessories are, so I'm just going to have to make that up. You get the little tray that you see, I think once maybe in the cartoon, where I think you can put the little cannon thing in one of those slots. That's probably at the top here, and that's nicely chromed, and you've got the missile that you can insert in there as well. So I think you got that on the original release. You've got the original toy homage rifle or cannon or whatever it is. I think I'm not quite sure. I think that might go at the front here, or one of the slots. So it goes in there. Then you get this little antenna, which is I guess a matte silvery paint app and not chromed. You get his jetpack here, in the same sort of slightly pearlescent silver there. Get the same 2 pistols in that same silver, so they look pretty good. You get the 2 sort of jetpack effects, so I think you just insert them in the back there if you want to pose them like that. You get the 2 swap out hand pieces for, I think his, I don't know if it was ice or cement or something that he was shooting out of these, but you get 2 of those. You get 2 of these. I've got no idea what these are, to be honest. I think that the Google Translate said they were muffles or something, so I'm not quite sure where you put those. I can't remember these on the original releases, to be honest. Then you get the 2 karate chop hands, and again I can't remember what these are used for, to swap out. Oh, sorry, I think these were his shooting hands. You can see the little holes at the tips of his fingers there, so I guess this is if he's shooting something out of his fingers. You get the collector card, which again is passable. You get the sticker sheet. Now the sticker sheet I think is a little bit more extensive, and there's absolutely no way that I'm going to be using this, because going by the instruction manual, most of the stickers are going on this thing, and you know, a couple of the long ones are going along this ridge here, and there's absolutely no way that I'm going to be able to get that straight or aligned, no matter how I try. So I'm not even going to bother using that sticker sheet. And again, it's very disappointing they didn't just tamp the damn things on. And now the 2 accessories that are probably my favorite are homages to the original G1 toy. So the G1 toy had that sort of face through the windshield, and you can essentially fold that through. You can almost see the molded face right there, if that's picking it up, and you can put that into the windshield to make it stand out even more, which I guess is a funny homage to the original toy. I think the MP release had the dinosaur or a heartbeat on Ratchet and a dinosaur X-ray or something on Ironhide. And then there is this swap out face piece in that same style, if that's focusing, and you can swap that out in bot mode. So again, another nice touch and homage to the original toy. But that's pretty much it for all the accessories and so on. So I'll just put that all aside and give you guys a close look at the vehicle. Hold on. Alright, so here is the vehicle up close, and I think they're following a trend here with their black figures. Repaints, a lot of it is just unpainted black plastic. So with, I think even back in the day with Loud Pedal, and then more recently I think with the, can't remember what number it was, the Nemesis Prime repaint of MP44, maybe that was MP46 or something, that for all from what I read online was also unpainted black plastic. So again, they followed that, which is a little bit disappointing, but I guess all of these Tampton decals, thank God they're not stickers, they have done that quite nicely. So I love that sort of gold and orange and yellow sort of paint application there. For some reason they've gone chrome on the bumper here, but then a sort of slightly grey painted outline on the headlights with chrome on the inside, which is a little strange. But the back here, again, nice chroming on the back and paint details up the top here as well. I think you can see his thighs coming through there, so they're painted, but the rest of it here is just red plastic. So it'll be interesting to see how he looks in bot mode once I get him into that. But unfortunately I don't have another, or the original Ratchet and Ironhide in bot mode, in car mode, to show you guys that side by side, because this is the first repaint of this mold. Again, I don't know why they took so long to do it. I've been waiting, it's probably upwards of 7 years now for this to get released, so I'm definitely glad to finally have the original black diaclone ironhide in the collection. So that's pretty much it for the car mode. I'll get both lift ticket and DK-2 here into their bot modes and then give you guys a closer comparison with the previous figures with hoist and ironhide and ratchet, but that'll be in the next video, so hopefully you can subscribe, like this video, and stay tuned for that next video coming up in the next couple of days. So hopefully you can stick around for that, and until then, thanks again, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers, bye.